A different kind of buzz. An exciting kind of buzz. From the court on campus to a beach near you. One net, one ball, game on. All sorts. From all over. A melting pot of good people. And one shared language. Serve, pass, set, spike. Big characters, big moments, bigger smiles. There's nothing really like it. Bold, competitive fun. And a welcome for everyone. Volleyball. Feel the buzz.
There's always a chance you'll find the way. Seamus Heaney. The Irish are great wordsmiths. From world-famous poets to songwriters to authors, our chosen words will connect the present with our heritage. National team players devised their vision for how they perform. Díogras, Brodúil, Tiomanta, Loidir, Bachlitcha. This mission statement is emboldened across our uniform. With Ohm, the first written language of Ireland, connecting our heritage with our now.
lads. Net, guys. Net.
So, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to day 3 of the 2025 Volleyball Ireland Cup Finals. We're now coming into our men's shield competition with Kildare Volleyball Club versus Tallaght Rockets. If you're just tuning in, you just missed a spectacular game of the under-16 boys final. Be sure to find that in our YouTube. Wonderful game. Really starting to showcase the youth development coming through in the country, and now the men take court to show us what they can do with a couple more years experience under their belts. So it's Tallaght Rockets to start with serve, knocking Kildare out of system, tries to manage it, just too difficult. First blood to Tallaght. Always tough to try and find your serve at the beginning of the game. 50% service quota for in and out. Obviously, we'd like to see a lot of rallies. Great block recycle, and we go again. Finds a solution. Can Kildare get the ball on the net? Add in a little bit of power. Defense out of the back row. And the ball was located well by the Tallaght setter, just unfortunately contacting the ball twice from one hand and the other, causing the ball to spin. Great spot by referee Dave Dalton. Perfect in-system pass. Great defense. Can we get the ball on the net? Second chance for Tallaght. Wonderful long rally. Unfortunately, just youthful exuberance coming through there from number 17, Kildare. For sure, contrast in teams. Tallaght definitely has the older, more experienced players. Kildare being a little more expressive, quicker, more dynamic. But obviously decision making is an important factor. Wonderful quick tempo out of the middle there by Kildare. Even with the age and experience, is it the nerves? Is it the big arena? That's 2 early doubles from the Tallaght setter. He'll be hoping to find his touch soon. Otherwise, Tallaght will struggle to start getting their offense running. Pass on the 3. Swing from the outside. It's tight. Just at the net. And again, age and experience does count. So if you're watching from home, any score predictions, any set predictions? Obviously for all of us in the hall, we just want to see a good match of volleyball. Good solution by Kildare's number 7. Block touch. Finds the line. We're in scramble. And the speed just from that minus tempo attack Not the biggest of middle blockers, but he gets up super early, putting stress on the Tallaght blocker. Does he jump with him? Does he wait to see where the ball goes? Keep an eye how that battle develops throughout this match. Goes back to the wing. Just doesn't get the hand over the ball. Maybe he was looking for a block touch. Either way, point for Kildare. Leroy passes it well. Double block, difficult situation, and the captain delivers by going sharp diagonal. I think he enjoyed that one. So not the most perfect set, but number 17 finds that gap in between the lines. Tallaght players not sure who should take it. First big swing from the back row. Well up by the libero. They get a second chance. And again, unfortunate. Either it's the height of the ball, the timing of the approach. Just not able to get his feet there to be able to direct that ball downwards. Kildare take the lead for the first time in this game. And there's a net from somewhere. The referee's thinking about it. Judged to be a block touch and out. Okay, interesting crossing play from Kildare. Had a free net, but Tallaght digs. Second chance. Okay. With the switch block, the setter's now out. They've kept in the switch block formation. So now everything's going to be out of system. High balls, can they get their feet there and swing? Takes the setter out again. So it's a wonderful double-edged sword, risk and reward of switch blocking. Granted, you get a bigger blocker against a bigger hitter. But if you do make that dig or the setter gets taken out, it's difficult to convert in transition sometimes. It's went high, what can he do? Again, been really tactically good by Kildare, taking out the setter junior from Tallaght as much as possible. But when you have a big, strong hitter on the outside, they can just go against that double block. We got a roller. Well used. Pancake, love to see that. And it's tight. Well spotted by second referee, just to see Tallaht's 33 on his tiptoes, straining not to touch that net. Again, one of the difficulties when the ball is set close. Wonderful serve. So in these early exchanges, pretty even on both sides. And same as what Tallaght had earlier, 50-50 service quota. Great ace on the one before, but it's not, pressure isn't just an intensity, a force thing, it's about duration. You really want to make a team crack, got to keep the pressure on them. Setter goes for the dump, but the Libra reads it well. Tallaght chance to swing. It's a nice idea from the setter, but if it doesn't come off, you get left with a bit of egg on your face. So going back and forth on the score here. Get your thoughts in the chat. Who's going to finish up here? Is it going to be Kildare to squeak it, or Tallaght going to run away with it? Referees decided that the ball was grounded. No. He's decided 4 touches. Either which way, again, that minus tempo causing chaos for the Tallaght players at the net. Judge still have not touched the Kildare blockers. Both refs in a good place to judge. Love to see that from the setter, to go back to his hitter, give him the confidence. I know you made an error, but I believe that you can make it. Unfortunately, doesn't come off for them. What do you think, folks? Does he go three-peat? Here we go. From Tallaght does a great job to get across there. And again, Captain 13 coming up with the big swings in the big moments. Then you can really see just that power tipping. It's something that Tallaght and the coach are going to have to speak about. How do they try to neutralize it? Is it just a fact of hitting harder to keep the ball off the net? Are they going to try and change some sort of blocking defense? But I don't think they can afford to let them just continue to run that ball. Again, nice timing, good approach, finds the hands and out. And for his reward, substitute. Okay, was a little unorthodox for Kildare's number 17, Bruno Tavanti, with the back of the wrist to play that ball over. As long as it goes over, you've still got a chance at the game. And then they close out the block. I'm seeing really good discipline by the Kildare blockers. That pipe slightly too high. Did his best to hang. But it's always difficult once that arm swing starts going and the ball's slightly higher than what you expected. Your arm's coming down, the ball's going in the net. Great swing by Breno Tavanti on the right side for Kildare. It's often a blocking tactic for many teams to try to take the diagonal middle of court away from hitters. Obviously, they run the risk of either hitting the line or over-rotating and hitting it out. Breno doing a great job to pin that one exactly where he wanted. Backs it up with a serve. And an ace serve to boot. Second timeout for Tallaght now. Last chance to try and save this set, I'm guessing. Just not finding their offense yet. Passing's been stable enough. As I said, that consistent pressure from Kildare with their block and defense system, they're just getting a lot of touches on the Tallaght attacks when they do come. Setter goes for the dump, gets away with it. Great cross-court swing, but the Hebrew decides to just shoot that ball into the corner on one. You might hear your coaches everywhere saying, try to play with 2 or 3 touches. Sometimes one will do. And a big serve in a big moment. From here, it looked like it was in. Both line judge and referee saying out. Couldn't have been by much. So that's Kildare making that 20 mark first. Tallaght at 15, needing 10, so they need 2 for 1 on points if they want to get back in this. They go for the slide, but he's ingenuitive. Finds a way over. Scrambling, double. Nope, we're going. Who's going to take the calm, win the point? Great block touch. This has to be their chance, huh? It's got to go. Again, number 10 from Tallaght, bringing the power. Accuracy's feeling. Oh, they have a 0 block. Oh, that's unlucky. They can't believe it. It's very rare you get a 0 block on the outside. He sees all that court. He probably felt like if he put that one in the ground, that would have ensured him almost the MVP of the game, but he goes too far, catches the Tallaght coach. On the approach there. Would have been nice to get that net touch and roll. So can Tallaght start to find their attacking range? Tallaght will definitely be wanting more of that. Even with the double block, they leave him the line, and he very, very happily dispatches that ball. Running the slide, getting it back. First touch can't be a double. Goes back to their oppo, doesn't get the contact he'd like. And same thing you see happening on both sides in the net with their outside spikers. I don't know if the sets are a little higher or if the attackers are going early. Just seems to be lack of connection on both sides. That ball being too tight. You really, really cannot underestimate playing in a larger arena, higher ceiling, more space, lots of setters. It affects their depth perception. Never mind the nerves of playing in a final. Set ball to Kildare. Tallaght pass in system, run through their middle. Great soft block touch. And there's that zero timing again. They scramble to the wing. Referee Dave Dalton calls for a double contact of the setter. So this is Tallaht's last chance. 21-24. 3 set points to see if they want to come out winning this first set. And unfortunately, a center line violation on 44 as he lands and turns. So the teams leave the end of the court and change sides. First set going to Kildare, 25-21. Both teams generally struggling to find connection with their outsides. The difference for Kildare has been running that quick tempo through the middle, and the persistence in block and defense has definitely frustrated Tallaght. I guess if you're Tallaght, they have individually the bigger, stronger players. The connection, as I said, hasn't been there yet. They just need to get on the ball and start to dictate with energy to try and knock the Kildare ones out of this kind of systematic approach that they have. If you see, if this happens in this next set, it should be a lot closer. So we're just about to get underway with the second set. What do you people at home think? You think Tallaught's going to come back? You think Kildare's going to go 2-0? Let's see if there's any changes in the starting lineups. Okay, number 10 staying in for Tallaght. Okay, a couple of change-ups, new opposite. Or no? Okay, new middle. So taken out captain number 13. Waiting patiently in the corner to get another chance. Kildare looks the same and will start serving. Oh, it was high, but it was dipping. Tallaght comes out, big and strong. A little bit of miscommunication between the two passers. They get the setup. Unfortunately, the attacker tries to squeeze it on that smallest slice of the court. Might have been a better choice just to hit it hard into the diagonal. No complaints from Tallaght. Again, out of system. Can they produce something from the back row? Really difficult coming from that side, especially from behind. Big man for Tallaght, showing that he's got fancy footwork. Landing tight to that line, staying on his side though. Ballerina-esque. Maybe a little bit harsh from first referee Dave Dalton. Yes, it wasn't the cleanest ever, but let the boys play, Dave. Better get back in system. Long over the top of the block. It's high, what can he do? Great angle. Might not be able to notice from the stream here, but just did a wonderful job hitting that on the outside of the hand just to turn the ball away from the double block of Tallaght. Unlucky that ball just drifting, sailing beyond the end line. Oh, that dropped. It dropped, but it took a slight float to the right. No rest, no reward, though. Maybe he'll get it next time. Mr. Dalton evening things out. In serving, if you're in the chat, what do you think is the hardest serve to go from? 1 to 5, 1 to 1, 6 to 5, dropping it in short? Oh, that's a wonderful set. Thought the line was there. Just tough being left-handed, letting that ball drift over the shoulder. Catches the outside corner rather than the top. Oh, that's so unlucky. The Tallaght libero has to stay there in that line of the ball. You'd be hoping for the setter or the front row outside to make a move. Obviously, everyone will blame the libero. Second bite of the cherry for the big man. Makes a good choice to go cross. Obviously, Kildare have a slightly larger wing blocker in 17 Bruno Tavanti, so decides to go over the middle. And although he does get up there, he's got some serious uppies. It does take him a while to get to the top of his jump. So Tallaght is in the back row. Couldn't keep the ball on his side. After playing the ball higher than the height of the net, it is deemed an attack and therefore illegal. Great dropping serve. Okay. First swing for the new middle blocker coming in. Sure, he'll be happy to get that one under his belt. There's a lot of times in middles, if you get that first ball and you don't score it, your setter doesn't want to go back to you. To be fair, the Tallaght setter's done a really good job at repeating with his players. If they get a bite at the cherry and the ball's still alive, he goes to them again. Instills trust. Where does he go? That's one of those ones as a matchup, having a left-handed player through the left side in position 4, when they catch off the middle, that angle of the ball coming across is more often than not going to shoot back out of court for a block out. I honestly think if he was right-handed, he might have got blocked. Great pass, but decides to bump set. It's not beat season yet, but that was a great cutty. Wonderful job to follow the middle. Probably a really good adjustment from Tallaght if they've noticed that and brought that into the tactic. Kildare have attacked out of the back row, out of system, only through the pipe though, not really in position 1. So when the Kildare setter goes front, it's not a bad idea for them to stack across against them. Gets his hand around that one well. That's what we've come to see. Some big swings, some big defenses, long rallies. Come on, fans, clap those hands. Connor Flood and Ornalda doing their job, spinning up that DJ. Ooh. That is the biggest boom of the match to date. Maybe it's a little fortunate that he got matched up with the setter, but that one went down. Wonderful decision to try and tip up into the block. It couldn't go anywhere with the ball being that tight. Unfortunately, the middle didn't realize to be there to bail him out. Okay. Line judge very quick with their flag, was adamant that ball was out. Kildare were hoping maybe could have inhaled a little more just to keep the ball in. Oh, what an up. Didn't know much about it. Half the job of defense is just standing there in a good posture. Unfortunately, just as the middle landed, makes contact with the setter, puts him off balance. So you can see the change up in this second set. Tallaght have figured out how to neutralize that quick tempo in the middle, and obviously they've got a couple more shoulders on the court swinging at the ball. Where you really felt in that first set it was all Kildare. Second set, it's a different story. So you can just see it now, you know, as soon as that ball goes, they're jumping full with the middle. They're not waiting to react anymore. They're committing. Makes it difficult for the middle attackers that if the ball's tight to the net, just to get it work around that block. Captain of Tallaght keeping his feet moving. Always vital that in timeouts that the subs use that 30 seconds to get a couple of sprints and runs back and forth across the court. You don't want your energy dropping too low in case the coach calls at you. Okay, setter's come a long way. Long from Kildare. Just a little bit of impatience or anxiety just starting to creep into their play. And there you go. The captain for Tallaght coming back in, probably just to shore up the team, make sure that they leave no gap for Kildare to come back. Middle finds their way around the block. Dig out of the back row. Goes long. We're in the scramble. Captain plays safe with a free ball to begin with. The setter dump. Kildare roll to take out the Tallaght setter. Wonderful tip to the right from AJ. You see with those last two sets getting tighter and tighter on the net, trying to find solutions. Finally gets one that works. I guess we call that tactical change and counter tactic. Maybe sold it slightly early with the right arm being raised, but puts it in a really great location. Always tough to come off the bench and serve. I'm sure he'll be hoping for an ace. Goes with the jumper. Just clips the top. Throw looked good. As I said, it's just keeping that energy high, that when you get on the court, you can match the intensity of the players that have been playing. But now, you just have to focus in and nail this next pass if it comes. Setter judged to be below the net. Great dig. Chance to swing. What an up from the libero. Putting body on the line. So this time, although the setter is front court and may attack, you cannot reach across to set the ball on the opponent's side of the net. So referee Dave Dalton just reminding the middle player to exchange with the libero in the back row, just so as not to confuse the score table as an official substitution, but a libero exchange. Big bounce by 17, Breno Tavanti. Been a little quiet this set. Making himself seen again. You can just see the body language of the Kildare players. First set playing with smiles, with energy, with speed. Great touch. Just breaks through the hands. Serve in the middle. Setter goes with one hand, rescue it, kept alive. Tries to go quick and manages it. A little low for maybe what the spiker would like or expect, but a little low and quicker than what the blocker expects also. Attacker gets there first, attacking against lesser formed block. Okay, battle of the big men on that right side, that far side of court. Goes one-on-one, and I'm sure you always have to back yourself in that scenario to make a point. Nails that pass, runs the middle, helping from the area too. Goes back. Is it in? Is it out? Okay, lines judge says touch. See the Tallaght middle blocker nodding his head in disappointment that yeah, he did. Puts in another good pass. And again, Tallaght 10 finding more joy in that diagonal attack than the line. Just having that smaller middle blocker to go against. So, ladies and gentlemen, one apiece. Now the betting's on. Is it going to be 4? Or Kildare going to come back and make it 5? It's one of those weird commentator things that they say the third set is the most important to win. And normally, the team that wins the third set wins the game. Obviously, yes, when it goes 3-0. But you get into this 1-1 scenario, the team that takes that third set really puts them in good standing for the fourth. If we go 5, it's a coin toss. Always is, always will be. Perfect pass. Obviously, passing's not everything, but it does allow your setters and hitters to do that more often. So setter scrambling, finds a way, but the libero nails it in. Going back to the oppo, 2 for 2. From after being incredibly disciplined in the first set, Kildare just struggling to find their energy. Okay. Referee Dave Dalton says the setter was over and the Kildare setter was wanting invasion on his set. We got our first barrier hop. Goes for it. Doesn't get the ball though. Middle blocker does his best to get his hands there. Following through onto the net. It's an interesting setting choice. Quite often you'll have a lot of outsides pass that ball lower and slightly more towards the position 4, hoping that they get the set. The Tallaght setter deciding not to take that bait and to go overhead to their middle. Great pass in again. Tight. Gone. 44 does a good job of not landing on the opponent's side of court. Tries to slam it down. Goes straight to the defender. Great block and up by the middle. Tries to go long into the corner and he gets him back. Lines judge changed his mind quickly, but is pretty confident with it. You could just see Tallaght 33 after he played the ball, looking down on the line, trying to make sure if he was right or not. I'm sure the Tallaght coach would have been screaming at him out if there were any concerns. Drops it in short. Oh, great angle by the number 10. Again, being left-handed just lends itself from wrapping your arm around that ball, turning it back. Being a lefty myself, you just hear people complain about these weird angles. It's just people get very used to normal, if I can call it that. Us lefties living in a right-hand world. Drops it in short again, so it's twice now Kildare trying to figure out some sort of pressure with their serving. Miss hits it, but not miss hitting it bad enough that it still drops in. Okay, they go slightly higher in the tempo this time. He gets up, just doesn't find the court. Second referee calling for a rotational error. Okay, I believe it was their opposite. 17 standing between the wrong two players. Libero gets the ball where it's supposed to go. Great tip. Big man gets down. Just at the net. And although he does a great job to stay on his own side, falling back on that set, just can't get a smooth enough contact to keep it clean. Good timeout by Kildare. You just see a lot of trying. They probably needed a little bit of joy with their serving to try and alleviate some of that pressure. Obviously, compounded errors of being out of rotation, having a missed contact, getting that double touch. It's one thing being beat by the other team, a second one of beating yourself. Setter's out. Goes from the back row. It's probably a good decision to go there, although number 10 is running to what he hopes is a ball inside the 3-meter line, the set being located well behind the 3-meter line. Okay, Kildare middle putting a bit of spin on that serve. Great tempo to the outside, leaves him one-on-one. Big power from the Tallaght wing, but the middle blocker from Kildare's up to it. Tries to drop short, but he's waiting. Waiting to go again. Finds that sharp angle in the cross. Over the top of the Kildare's defender's hands, and yet still in. You can teach lots of things in volleyball, but one thing you can't teach is height. Off balance, but still alive. Into the block, recycled by the face. Smiles all round. Great job dropping that serve short onto the 3-meter line. Quite impressive. It was quick over the net and then just died. See Tallaght again fully committing on that minus tempo ball through the middle. Great correction by Kildare's 7, contorting in the air just to get it over. Making life difficult for Tallaght and getting the throwdown. Oh, he takes it with the chest, but it's a good touch. You can tell he still plays 5-a-side during the week. Pipes head still very far off the net, but does a great job to fix. Wonderful job by the Kildare setter, jumping backwards, fires that ball to the outside. proud of that one myself. Kildare put up the line block. 44 goes line, even more line, and just wipes it off the hands. Second chance for Rodrigo Estevez. Comes on to serve again. Decides with the float this time. Same outcome. Probably, in my opinion, one of the hardest skills to do is to come cold off the bench to serve. So do Kildare keep up with the short serving? Yeah, trying to go after that front row outside. It's not a bad tactic per se, but the question is it working? Great reverse set. Unfortunately, just doesn't clear that 2 meters 43 of net in his way. Same idea as earlier. Captain number 13 coming in to just shore up the team. Out of system ball, goes through the pipe, does well to create great contact, but the defense is better. 10 has the chance to go deep into the cross court, decides to turn it back into the line, allowing the middle blocker to get his left hand to it. Coach showing that he's still got some skills himself. They're making a defensive sub after playing in the under-16 final. I'm sure he wants to get a couple of good touches in this game too. So it shouldn't be too much panic on Tallagh's side, but for sure there is a mismatch now against Kildare's number 7 and Tallagh's number 13 on that left-hand side. So Kildare's adamant of trying to target that front row outside short. You just wonder if it's not stopping Tallaght from making points. Is it really diffusing their energy? And at the same time, what do Kildare need? My feeling is more energy. So maybe getting the players to go harder on their serve, try and push a bit of energy. Downed by Rodrigo Estevez, running the middle. Number 10 showing what he can do when he gets the ball in front of him. Even from the end line. Okay, Kildare calling the timeout, giving themselves a chance to regroup before this last push with Tallaght only needing 5. Okay, can he hit Kildare with a 2-peat? It's a good toss. That ball coming flat, fast, with a little bit of side spin. It is one of those games, ladies and gentlemen. At the beginning, you want to try and get your body behind the ball, but once it starts coming at a velocity, we only have a certain amount to react to. It's about just getting your arms there. Great block timing and the recycle. It's tight, but we're still going. Rescues it out of the net. Libero takes control. Setter being cheeky. Again, number 6 just checking the end line, seeing if it was in or out. It's could be anyone's point. And again, unfortunately, the switch block just not coming off. You do just wonder. Number 11, Rodrigo Esteves, had a good swing on the right side, but if he was on the left versus the setter, would he have had a better chance of winning that point? 10 out of the back row. Double block versus Kildare's outside. Now we push wide. Drops the ball. Over that setter. Too short for number 17, Bruno Tavanti, to get to. So Tallaght searching for set point. Off the hands. Number 20 gets sucked in, thinking the ball's going to be tipped. He's probably just thinking to himself, if only I was a couple of inches taller. Don't we all? Going for the jump serve, a little enthusiastic. Can't be any confusion on this beautiful court of what line the service line is. And here we come in. First set point for Tallaght. I believe first referee Dave Dalton given a time warning. Granted, the libero was late changing. Find it one of those funny things though, that when you give a time warning, the second referee has to make sure that the sanction is recorded on the score sheet, alluding to more time being lost. Setter goes for the big jumpy. What a turn down the line. So Kildare save 1 match point. Tallaght setter pulling out that big jump serve from nowhere. Setter being called for 2. In on 10. Ball goes back to Rodrigo Estevez. Ball long. Coach and player thinking about needing to snap his wrist more. When the ball's in that position, it's not about attacking, it's about finding a better option B. Misses wide and long. So Tallaght determined to use as many of their set points as possible. Going to their captain, ever reliant. And finally see it running a tip play through the middle. So as after the first set, Tallaght have found a way to neutralize that minus timing through the middle. Done a better job of getting their hitters on the ball. Question is, how do Kildare react? They don't look like the same team from the first set. So where is that foothold for them to start to build some momentum, some joy, and most importantly, some points? Welcome back for our fourth set. Tallaght Rockets hoping they can close this in 4. Kildare now knowing they got to go the long way if they want to win this Shield final. First serve looks good. Pushes the Tallaght setter back, goes long distance. Rodrigo Estevez dispatches on the first attempt. Sure, that one will feel good for Rodrigo, with girlfriend Evelyn watching in the crowd, who won her final yesterday with Santry Calypso. Oh, great high serve. So tactic is still to go after number 10, but you see it going further, forcing him back, a little more speed. Same again, but dimed and gets it. Finds that corner also. Wonderful scramble. Libero 29 putting himself in a great position to make that dig. Unfortunately, we can admire the defense, but if you don't get an attack off it at the end, it's spectacular, but it doesn't do much. Rodrigo Estevez starting to find his range on serving. I'm sure after winning that attack in the corner, passing just eases the nerves. Potentially slowly starting to ramp up the intensity of serving. Good fix by 10. Swing in the cross. Tip out of the pipe, unlucky. It's one of those hard things to do. We're really well trained at tipping from the net. You know, the ball only needing to cross about a meter, meter and a half distance to get it behind the blocker. From the back row, can't forget it needs to go probably at least 3, 4.5 meters. Libero, good early call, taking charge of that. The middle blocker was situated well to take that cross line. Tallaght 44 deciding there's always more cross to hit. High off the hands, but kept alive by Tallaght. Same for Kildare, again getting more frustrating touches, more like the first set. Fortunately for Tallaght, doesn't count as the ball was mishandled by setter number 6. Ball goes right side, again high off the block. I wouldn't say the set was perfect. It was inside, drifting off the net. Wonderful roll shot from 44. Just finding that outside edge of the outside blocker's hand. What can you do from the service line? He rips it. Oh, they get jammed up. The middle runs as a decoy. I said it's a joke, but with tongue in cheek. Players are important. Coaches are more important. But the ball is the most important, so never take your eye off it. Otherwise, things like that can happen. Setter tries to bring it back. Wonderful pass, even better off-body swing. Lieber with the early call on both sides. He shoots that in. Everybody panic. Goes calm to the outside, to the long distance, the other side of court. Potentially an earlier change than expected. 44 doing a good job from the service line and at the net attacking. I'm sure it's just one swing and Tallaght can live with it, but do you start allowing Kildare to smile and play? You can already see from here there's bigger grins on those faces than there was in the last set. Got another big jumper from Tallaht's number 10. What can I say except he's a big, strong guy. Maybe this is just something Kildare doesn't face that often. Luckily for them, this one goes in the net. Okay, not bad. That's a couple times now for Tallaht's number 7. Just being able to find that off-shoulder shot, turning away from the block. Think of it as playing football with the outside of the foot instead of the inside of the foot is the difference of this cross-body swing or away from body swing. Kildare coming up with the crossover on the inside. Just not having the accuracy in the set to make it work. Great recycle. And he drops it short. Setter misses, but going over. It was the lack of time just to get off the net. Although he's already taken the responsibility till his setter said, "My bad, I'll run." So the gap growing 13-8. Now, unless you see Kildare really pick up their energy from somewhere, I think Tallaht's quite happy to trade points back and forward and get closer and closer. Little overzealous to get that block. Kildare setter coming in, just taking it away from him. Ball was going out. Libero takes it. They go high wide against the double block. Finds the tip in behind. Personally, I love to see that tip going over the middle blocker, more into the center of court. I think a lot of defenders in 1 and 5 are subconsciously trained just to get the ball on the line, but once it goes inside, starts to create a bit of decision making. Attack and self-recycle. Second bite at the cherry. Where do we go with the third? And yes, defense up to it. We're still there. Oh, unlucky. So the 4-point gap remains. Rodrigo R-Dog Estevez on serve. Goes with the float this time. Big ask off the setter, but well recycled. No, we are not playing football, ladies and gentlemen, but it is legal. So Kildare close 1 back, but you really feel like they need 2 or 3 within these next series of points to leave themselves in a good position. Wonderful pipe swing. Shocks the defense. You'd think after this long rally, this point could be more than 1. Feels like more than 1. Closes the gap to 2. And again, a couple more smiles and high fives all around from the Kildare players. Oh, super short. So they're both matched up on height. Unfortunately, when you have a running approach, you're always going to jump that bit higher than from a standing approach. Okay, goes 2-2. And goes back to the big lefty. The Kildare defender in 6 just not knowing where to go to the right, take that hard cross shot, or with a lack of approach from 10, just that turning of the wrist, bringing the ball back in between 5 and 6. Said Kildare not really needing a break, but just needing to find a collective energy. Generally, that'll start with one person taking the responsibility for the team, putting the serving run, starting to go into some good hitting and blocking, tougher ask, or if the entire team just starts ticking over point for point. Got to be now or never, gentlemen. (18-12). The gap is now at 6. Setter goes a long way. Kildare get the free ball back. First time we've seen that in a while. maybe not the most perfect free ball, but setter and middle finding a great connection there. Ball's wide. Blocker, thinking that he's going to go off the blocked hands, decides to pull them away. Unfortunately, he just finds that last bit of court. So, passing defensive sub coming in. Nails that pass, gets the ball back. The defense is spot on. Their chance to swing back, roll this time. Big man shows he's got a good touch as well. Setter's out. And the ball is also out. Again, just one of those things with Tallaght. You really have to wonder, is it worth switch blocking? Always good to see that our camera people are nimble on their feet. So Kildare needing a couple more like that. Is it long? Is it in? First referee Dave Dalton says in. Creates a solid platform for the ball to go up, but a lot to ask for the setter from that height. Doesn't just get turned enough to be able to get that ball to the net, asking a lot of his hitter. It's only 1 point, but everyone that you lose at this stage of the game hurts that bit more. Deciding against risk, just making sure it goes in. Fortunately, making it too easy for Tallaght to go win that point, forcing the timeout. If the Kildare coaches have any magic up their sleeve, now's the time to use it. To be unfortunate that the one of the Kildare players pinching his nose, holding him back. Hopefully it's not bleeding. Obviously the ref won't allow him on court if he is bleeding. Just asking for him to be subbed. Difficult position. Doing his best to keep his head back and then heel. Still manages to pass. Good feet to the ball. Unfortunately, just goes long. I think he was aiming for the block. Was looking at the referee, asking, was there a touch on that? Back row in 5, finds that long roll shot. It's not beach season yet, but he's getting ready for it. just going with the serve in. Again, you'll never know without hindsight if it's the right decision or not. Setter going for the swing. Kept alive by the Tallaght defense. Free ball comes in. Maybe a little bit too nonchalant, but they get an overpass. They attack again. Great angle, 4-4. It's not something to expect often, but wonderful angle. 18-23. They need to try and squeeze everything they can out of this serving rotation, give themselves a chance if Tallaght get on to set point. Great touch. Gets two, just not the third. What do you think? Are we waiting for one of the biggest comebacks in cup finals and go to 5? Or is it too much for the Kildare team to chew off? Tallaght setter deciding not to jump serve on this set point. Goes wide for the ball. Wants the big swing. The defense is there. Can the libero touch it? He does. We're still alive, ladies and gentlemen. Goes to the captain. Oh, that's a hard touch. The scramble. Where we go? We go middle. We go outside. He gets the point, but the ref is not happy with how clean that set was. Free ball comes. Is it attack to keep it alive or blocking defense to win? Chance to transition. And the ball's down. So we go. Another set point saved by Kildare. It's 2 bites at the cherry now from Tallaght, and you wonder, do nerves just start to squeak in a little bit now? Serve goes in. They go tight and top. Maybe not the big kill he wanted, but the match point that was needed. Tallaght Rockets winning 3-1. Finishing up here our men's Shield final. Probably a justified result. The men of Tallaght Rockets showing that little bit more experience, power. Kildare did a wonderful job in the first set, but you could just see Tallaght easing into it with the experience that they have. It would be wonderful to see this Kildare team grow over the next seasons. I'm sure we'll see a lot of them in next year's Shield final. Next up, we have TUD men versus University of Galway in our Student League finals, or sorry, Student Cup finals. We've already had our Shield finals in this competition, and this is our top tier. So please stay tuned if you want to see the best of the universities in Ireland up next, followed by the best of the women in DCU and Trinity University. Thank you for joining in as always. I hope you've enjoyed yourselves, enjoyed the volleyball, and enjoyed spending a little bit of time with myself.
Dave, we're getting medals.
Getting medals, Dave.
That just leaves small matter of bringing up our champion.